Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, man. First of all, let me thank you all for tuning into the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here, man. So think about subscribing as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Now, one of my subscribers, man, they sent me a video. Shout out to Laugh at First Sight. They did a interview with Ernesto Rodriguez, who is the trainer of Jarrett Hurds, man. He had a lot of interesting things to say about Jarrett Hurds, the fight with JRock, and just how Jarrett Hurds has been living his life, man. My thing is, I'm wondering is Ernesto Rodriguez, is he crossing the line by speaking out in the public like this about his fighter, or is he just keeping it a buck and just telling it how it is, man? Well, here's the part. I can't show you the interview. You know what I mean? I don't want to get no strikes on my channel, but here's some audio of that interview, and I'll be right back in a second. Check it out.
Jarrett is his own mind, and he has his own mind, and he decides what he wanted to do, and that's what he got. He chose to have that fight, so he got the fight. I think he should take a step back and really gather himself. Remember how it was coming up, how hard we trained coming up, and without a lot of distraction, how we focus on just the team and not too many outside influences and things of that nature. I told him not to take a fight, and he decided to take a fight. So he may want the rematch and decided to exercise to take the rematch. So that should tell you what I advise. It means too little. You know what I'm saying? We also what happened. I think he lost his focus. I think things surrounding his life, personal life, got the best of him. When you're a boxer, there are a lot of things that don't mix with boxing. And you have to refrain from those things because they slowly deteriorate your body. And sooner or later, they show up in the ring.
All right, welcome back, man. Now, from what I gather is that, Jarrett, first of all, let me say this, man. I've always looked at Jarrett Hurds as an ambassador of the sport in and out of the ring, man. I thought, the way that he conducted himself was top of the line, man, was to be commended, man. But from the information that his trainer is saying that, Jarrett Hurds was not living the fighter's lifestyle, man. Apparently, he's partying, man. He's partying and putting things in his body that, Ernesto feels caught up with him in the end, man. And he thinks that, he needs to get back to the basics. He says that he wants him to get back focused and just, start things over again, man. Like just hit a reset button, man. And Jarrett Hurds, he's a young guy. You know what I'm saying? Young guy who still lives at home, man. So, he doesn't have a whole lot of responsibilities as far as, life. You know what I'm saying? I believe, his mother and his parents probably pay the bills, and all that. I'm sure he gives them money and all that. But, he doesn't have to worry about those things, man. He's doing so much in the media. Jarrett Hurds has got very popular in the last year or so, man. He's doing things with the Redskins. He's on different commercials. He's commentating fights. He's on the PBC talk show. Jarrett Hurds is doing a lot of things and got a lot of distractions. I'm sure he's doing a lot of traveling from city to city. And sometimes he might want to enjoy himself, man. But from the way that Ernesto is saying that he's enjoying himself a little bit too much, man. And you could tell by Ernesto's choice of words that maybe there's some type of, I don't want to say animosity or something's off between the two of them. You could tell. Just the mere fact of him speaking out like this publicly, lets me know that something's off. So, you can go check the interview out, like I said, on Laugh at First Sight, the whole interview. Obviously, that was just a little bit of it, man. He says he has not talked to Jarrett Hurds since the day after the fight. Said Jarrett's on vacation. I know Jarrett posted a couple pictures on his Instagram showing him on vacation, just living his best life, man. And a lot of things were made about the VADA testing for this matchup. Team JRock, they requested that Jarrett Hurds take 3 full months of VADA testing. Now that's unheard of. You understand what I'm saying? Especially coming from the challenger, man. You know what I mean? I can understand the champion making demands, you know what I'm saying, and dictating what goes on and or not or whatnot. But the challenger making those type of demands that, he take VADA for 3 months it's kind of crazy to me. You know what I mean? Ernesto said it in a video, in an interview, that he was against the JRock fight. He told Jarrett Hurds that don't fight him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think the styles meshed up well, and he didn't want to take that fight at this time. He said Jarrett Hurds went against his wishes, and we see what happened, man. Those was his exact words, and we see what happened. In other words, it's like, you went against me, and you got your ass whooped in front of your hometown. Basically that's what he said, man. So there's something off between the two of them, man. I don't know if somebody's pointing the finger, playing the blame game. But this is a similar situation that happened with Triple G and Abel Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, they're not together anymore. You know what I'm saying? Abel Sanchez, Triple G, they have parted ways. I know it has been put out in the media that it was because of money, but deep down, you know what I'm saying? I've heard from sources close to the team, it's because of Abel Sanchez going out in the media and pretty much saying that Gennady did not listen to his instruction. Gennady did not follow the plan, and pretty much that he felt that Canelo won the fight. He said this out publicly, man, and Gennady Golovkin, didn't take those words kindly, man. And I just think that, if you got an issue with your guy, within your team, I think that stuff should be discussed in-house, man. You don't need to go on interviews to the public, man, and telling them Jarrett Hurds' business. And from my point of view, man, like I said, I looked at Jarrett Hurds as a model citizen in and out the ring. And, I never would have thought that Jarrett Hurds was out partying or whatnot until Ernesto Rodriguez volunteered that information, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a good look for Ernesto to be doing that, man. You're throwing your guy under the bus, man. I know you may have some hard feelings. You may not have wanted him to take the fight, but in the end, it's his career. He's the one that's taking them punches. You know what I'm saying? So it's his decision, man. As a trainer, you just got to roll with you just got to roll with the fighter. Whatever the fighter decides to do, you can advise the fighter of what you think, but in the end, it's his career. It's his face that's being pounded on, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Jarrett Hurds decides to cut you off and go with another trainer, his career is going to keep on. You know what I'm saying? It's not too often that a trainer finds himself in this position where he has a mainstream fighter, man, a guy who's winning world titles, a guy who's on the elite level, a guy who's on this stage, man. So I'm very curious to see how this team proceeds. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's definitely some animosity between the two. There's definitely a little turmoil inside the camp. I do think Ernesto should have handled this a different way. I think he should have, if he had that problem, he should have spoke to Jarrett about that. And you know what I'm saying? And there's guys out there who's going to say that Ernesto was keeping it real and all that. Yeah, I understand that, man, but you do not have to come out and publicly say what's going on, man. You know what I mean? You could keep it real and give your opinion of it. You know what I'm saying? You can keep it real by speaking to your fighter. That's keeping it real. Not coming out here in the public, man, just airing out his dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? I think he crossed the line, man. And I think that Jarrett Hurds needs to be assertive and have a good talk with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a good look for Team Hurd, man. I think Jarrett Hurds will bounce back from this. Like I said, he did the 3 months VADA testing, man. A lot of people saying that he was not able to absorb those punches, or he was not able to have the same stamina, the same punch output because of it. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're insinuating that he was on something or not. Me personally, I don't think that he was on something, man. I think Jarrett Hurds is just a hard-working kid who is human. You know what I'm saying? He's living a life. He's young. He got a whole bunch of money, man, and a whole bunch of attention. He got a little sidetracked, man. But I think Jarrett Hurds will be fine. I think he'll bounce back from this. I think this is a learning lesson, man. But I, too, like Ernesto, I don't think he should jump right back into a rematch, man. I think he need to rededicate himself, man, and maybe take a few lighter touches, man, and then try to get back in the mix, man. But that's all I got for now. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. Don't forget to catch the final round each and every Monday at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. We talk about the past weekend's top fights, and we also talk about the biggest news from the biggest faces in the sport of boxing. In the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting the sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.